And of course, we live in a culture that's absolutely obsessed with a denial of death, which makes everybody so nervous and so afraid. And even worse than being nervous and afraid is it's easy to miss that there are great blessings that come with age. That certain things fall away that are wonderful. You're thrilled to have them fall away. Certain obsessions, certain, wondering. Some people falls away, but some people it doesn't. You stop worrying about what people think of you. Do you know what I mean? It's lovely to meet someone, whatever age, but they're often a little older, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. At some point, they just don't give a damn what anybody thinks about them. Aren't they lovely? You know what I mean? They are lovely people to be with. They don't care one hoot what you think about them, which makes them so approachable, so lovable, so deep and so rich. And there's many things that even the physicality becoming less robust and stuff. Of course, there can be many difficult challenges with that, but there's a lot of things that happen with that are extraordinarily revealing. Unfortunately, in our culture, we've lost what many of the more traditional cultures had. They're losing it too, but certainly had at some point, which there's the realization that, in many traditional cultures, the people of wisdom were thought to be the elders. That living a long time, not just living a long time and collecting experience, that's good too, but living a long time to where you start to become to grips with death on many different levels. You become less attached and less attached and less attached and the less attached you become, the more wise you become. And in traditional cultures, they knew that, they recognized that. They watched people age and they realized wow, a lot of them get way wiser when they get older. They recognize that. In our culture, we have almost no recognition of that whatsoever. It's quite a pity. It just derives out of our fear of our own mortality. But nonetheless, I don't want to get caught. You could go in so many directions with this. Okay. But certainly, enlightenment is absolutely intrinsically linked with death. There is no deep, lasting liberation without death, without dying before you die, without the psychological self giving way. They're intimately linked. You don't get one without the other. They're absolutely linked together. That's why I'm bringing it up. That's the importance of it. And you can't make it die. But you can watch that it's continually in the process of dying. Do you know? Then you realize you don't actually have to work so hard at getting rid of anything. You just watch and notice that its tendency is to get rid of itself. And then you'll watch your conditioned self try to keep that from happening. But you'll see, if you just kind of really watch it intimately, you'll watch even the you that's trying to sustain something, some part of yourself, some point of view, to sustain, to continue. Even if you watch that, that wears out. That can't go on indefinitely. In fact, it can't go on very long if you're really, really watching it. It doesn't survive long at all. Passes away. And every time you let a piece pass away, you touch upon that moment where it's just like, freedom. Until you try to own the freedom, and then it's like, oh. But then you notice that, oh yeah, it's sustaining itself, trying, oh yeah. And you just watch that, and it gives way again. It just dies, because it's the nature of everything to die. You don't have to kill it. It passes. Oh, again, freedom.